So in this video, we are going to see how to merge duplicate items in our board. So to do that, we add the app to our board, that is duplicate and Unix. So we search for it, duplicate and Unix. We add a view. So as you can see in our board, we have this duplicate email addresses for item one and item two. So we like to merge them into one. So we go back to our app. Our board is automatically selected for us. So we select our group, then we go to next. Now we select email because that is the column we are interested in. Go to next. Now to be able to merge duplicate, you have to select either of this. That is duplicate and exclude the first instance, or duplicate and include the first instance. The difference between the two is that when you have, let's say, three items, the first one will be left untouched if you select this option, and the rest will be merged into one. So to merge everything into one, including the first one, we have to select this, and then we go to next. Now we select merge duplicate. Now this merge duplicate option is only available when we select either of these options. Let's say when we select unique values and we go to step 4, we wouldn't see it. So we only see the merge duplicate option when you select either of this. So we select this, we can click on next, or we can click here, it's the same thing. Now we select merge duplicate. Now here we can decide what to do with our item name. For example, so this item name, we can decide to keep the first non-empty, or keep the last non-empty, or any of them, or even create custom items. So let's say we can click on custom, and then we like to join the item names into one. So we can type directly into this place. So we can join them with, let's say, an ampersand and then space, or we can select for this from these options. For this example, let's just join them with this ampersand and then save. Now the status, we can also do the same. We can choose any of the options here, or we can create one. So let's say we create one called merged. We save it. Now we have date. Let's say date, we just keep the default. That is, we keep the last one empty. Now to test this, we can just click on complete. The app quickly goes through our board and then merges everything. So now we have one item. So as you can see, item one and item two were merged into one, and then they were separated by this ampersand that we specified. And then a new label was created, that is status, that is merge, for example, sorry. So merge label was created for this status, and then it was added, and the dates, the last one was maintained, and as you can see, the email too was just maintained. So because item one and item two had the same email, they were merged into one. Now how can we do this automatically? We can do that automatically using duplicate and unique template. So we can go back to our app, select, no, before we do that, let's add a new item. So let's say item one, item two, let's rename this. So we clear it. Now we can add a new email address. So let's say this. So this is it. And then let's just leave it like this. And then now go back to the app. Now let's select our group. Go to next. Select our email because we'll be using the duplicate emails to merge them into one. Select this. Go to next. Select merge duplicate. And then the item. This time let's just say we want to choose custom. We can write a new item here, or we can just join them. So let's say we join with a space this time, or let's say a semicolon and a space. So we save it, and then now we can, with the status, we can just keep the last one empty. So we've already seen how we can create a new status using the custom. So this time, let's just keep the last one empty, and then the date to the same thing. So we just leave it the way it is. So when we merge any item, we would like to join the item names with a semicolon and a space. The status would like to keep the last one that the user will enter, and then the date we also like to keep the last one. So we save it as a template. So let's say we say merge this board template. So that is our template name. We save it. So now we can go back to our board, then integrate. We search for duplicate and Unix. So we select this option because we like to merge any item that is added to our board into one if their email addresses are the same. So we select when a new item is created and then we log in. So you log in with the email address or account you created in the app. Now you will see a new page or a pop-up that will allow us to choose a template. So we are now waiting while it's loading. Now when an item is created, run this template. So we click here and then it loads and then we select our template. So merge testboard template, add to board. So now to see this in example, I've created a form and then let's say I can just share the form, copy the URL. So you can see the form now, but you see it very soon when a new item is added. So the new item is called item, let's say item 4. The status, I'd like to give it done. The date, January, let's say 1st, and then let's say 1920. And then the email address will have to be the same. So abc@abc.com. So when I click on submit, you see a new item will be added. So item 4, and automatically it will be added to item 1 with item 2 because all of them have the same email address. And then the last item that was added, that was item 4, had a status of done, so it was maintained. And then the date for the last item was also maintained. So this is how we can use duplicate and uniques in our app to merge duplicate. Thank you.